There are many different advantages to owning a Tesla, but one of the biggest, pushed by Tesla themselves, is all the potential savings you have by not having to go to the gas station and fill up with gas. It's especially a big deal if you do a lot of commuting and a lot of driving, and if you live in a big city like I do in Southern California, gas prices are expensive and seemingly just keep going up. But if you go EV, of course, you don't have to fill up at a gas station, but you still have to pay to fill up your car. Electricity isn't always free. But sometimes it is free. So in this video, I want to talk about a couple of ways that you can fill up your Tesla completely 100% for free. So let me start this video with a bit of a disclaimer here. Obviously, these are going to vary by location and by state and all that stuff. And also, these are not permanent solutions. These are temporary solutions that could be somewhat permanent depending on where you are, but I would not count on them. Don't use this as a big incentive to get an electric vehicle because you'll think you'll never have to pay for charging. These are just nice, some convenient ways to charge your car and save a little money in the process. So first things first, Tesla supercharging is definitely one of these that you shouldn't do every day and is going to vary by location, but you can get some free miles for essentially just buying the car. If you buy a car through someone's referral code, you'll get 1,000 miles of free supercharging. And also if you refer someone, you also give them 1,000 miles of free supercharging. And full disclosure, I have my link down below if you'd like to get 1,000 miles of free supercharging, and I would also gladly appreciate those miles as well. But if you do go through that process, your account basically gets the equivalent of 1,000 miles of supercharging miles for free. So when you go to supercharge your car and fill up, you're not actually going to pay anything because you have that credit on your account. Again, this is going to vary by location. There's superchargers that aren't super close to a lot of people, but if you're looking for a free way to fill up your car for 1,000 miles, which is not an insignificant amount of miles, this is a way to do it and doesn't cost you anything besides getting the car. You just got to make sure you use a referral code when you order, and that's it. You'll automatically get the miles applied to your account. Next up is some free third-party charging stations. So you probably have heard of Electrify America and ChargePoint and EVgo, some of these big name third-party electric vehicle chargers that work with any car, not just Tesla specific. They have chargers typically in office buildings and malls and various locations that typically cost, I don't know, anywhere from 50 cents to $1, $1.25, $2. Like the prices kind of vary all over the place, but they are a pretty affordable way to charge your car. Obviously, they're a little bit slower than a supercharger, about 25 to 35 miles an hour. But it's great if you want to, go to a movie or go to dinner and you just want to charge your car, or especially if you have one at work, it's a great alternative to a home charger. Like I said, typically these cost money, but you can find some for free. You can go into the ChargePoint app or the PlugShare app, wherever you happen to go to find chargers, and you can filter these by free locations only. And these do exist. Again, it's going to be a little hit or miss depending on your location, but you can find a number of free chargers around that you don't have to pay anything to use. It's also worth double checking if it doesn't show up in the app as free. I have been to places where maybe it's in a corporate parking lot or a mall where the property is actually taking the cost and paying for the machine for the consumer, so you don't have to pay anything to charge. This might not be in the app itself, but usually it's there when you go to charge on a property. So again, it's going to take a little bit of digging. It's going to take a little work to get some free charging, but this is an option and something you can definitely explore if you go through the app and just look for it. Another option is the standard free chargers themselves. There's one here in Southern California I've seen around called Volta. It's an EV charger that doesn't have a credit card terminal or anything to attach to it to pay because it is completely 100% free. It charges a little bit slower, like I said, 25 to 35 miles an hour, but perfectly fine if you're gonna go, like I said, shop or go see a movie or go to dinner. And the way they're able to recoup their costs from their chargers is by placing basically ads on either side of the charger. So it's basically like a billboard that's able to offset the cost of charging thanks to advertising. Something I'm totally okay with because you basically get a free charge without having to pay for anything, and the companies get their money back through those ads they sell on the side of the charger. Something super cool. I'm sure more of these exist, but this is just one example I wanted to point out to you. Check out Volta, see if there's one in your area because you can charge with them totally for free. Something else to consider is Tesla's destination chargers. These are, again, not as fast as the supercharger, but are typically found at hotels and resorts and some destinations, as the name would suggest. These typically are going to be usually private property, so there's something that's not going to be easily accessible in kind of in a public area, though that might kind of differ depending on location. But these are, again, typically free, so if you're staying somewhere and you want to charge your car, or maybe there's not a charger from a third party around, definitely see if the hotel property has a destination charger. You can look on the hotel website, you can look on the Tesla website to see where these things are. They, like I said, they're typically free, and you can charge up your car without having to pay anything additional. So obviously these are all good for going outside the home and for charging your car, but how can you charge at home for free? This is not so easy, but something you should definitely check into. Most electric companies are offering some kind of incentive or rebate if you happen to go electric. I know here in Southern California, SoCal Edison and San Diego Gas and Electric both offer you either a check, like $1,000 back for just having proof that you bought an electric vehicle or leased an electric vehicle, or some kind of credit to your account. Definitely, again, check into this. It's going to vary by location, but you can typically get anywhere from $300, $500, $1,000 as a credit or a check just for showing your energy company you are going green and driving an electric vehicle. This can certainly add up. Obviously, some people are going to take that money and do other things with it than basically apply it to their charging. But if you were to take a couple $100s and apply it to your home charging, you are going to definitely get a great return on that investment. If it's a couple of dollars to charge a day or a week, you can charge for a while without having to pay anything thanks to that rebate. So check into that. It's something I definitely want to look into when I happen to get another electric vehicle, because I already claimed the one that I got with my Model 3 now. But it was great. I got a credit. It took a couple of months to apply to the account and just took a little bit of paperwork on my end. So check into this. Basically, give yourself the option to charge for free at home thanks to this credit from your energy company. And that's pretty much it. Not a whole lot to this video. It's a shorter one this time around, guys, but I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys have any tips for others how to charge for free, anything to look out for, any other of these third-party charging stations that do not cost a cent, a dime, I don't know where I was going with that, leave them in the comments down below and share the information with others. And that's kind of it for this one, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I will see you in the next one.